All right, let's talk about a story I'm pretty sure you've heard 1,000 times, The Hare and the Tortoise. We all know the famous moral, right? Slow and steady wins the race. But what if that's not the real story? What if we've been missing the actual point all along? Let's dive in and see if we can uncover what this fable is really trying to tell us.
So, let's meet our competitors. On one side, you've got the hare, just pure, raw talent. He's fast, he's cocky, and he knows it. And then over here, we have the tortoise. He's slow, methodical, patient, and definitely underestimated. This looks like a total mismatch, right? But it sets the stage for one of the most legendary showdowns ever. Okay, so first things first, let's just do a quick recap of the story we all remember from childhood. Think of it as a little memory jogger. Let's see how much you remember.
So, it all starts with the hare, who, just will not shut up about how fast he is. He's constantly mocking the tortoise like, hey, do you ever actually get anywhere? The tortoise, finally fed up, says, all right, let's race. And the hare thinks this is the most hilarious thing he's ever heard. But he agrees. I mean, why not? It'll be a laugh, right? And they're off. The race starts, and just like everyone predicted, the hare is gone. I mean, he just explodes off the line. Poof, he's a speck on the horizon in seconds. Meanwhile, the tortoise just starts his slow, steady, one foot in front of the other journey.
Okay, and here it is, the turning point. The hare is so far ahead that he figures, you know what, I've got time for a nap. But get this, it wasn't just about resting. The original story says he wanted to make the tortoise feel completely ridiculous for even trying. So this isn't just arrogance, this is pure contempt. It's personal.
But while the hare is snoozing away, what's the tortoise doing? Exactly what he's been doing the whole time. Just keeping on. No secret burst of speed, no brilliant strategy. He just keeps plodding along, slow and steady, until, he passes the sleeping hare.
Eventually, the roar of the crowd starts to get loud. They're cheering for the tortoise, who's nearing the finish line. This finally wakes up the hare. He jumps up, panics, and bolts, running as fast as he possibly can. But it's just too late. The tortoise crosses the finish line. The impossible has happened. The underdog actually won.
And there you have it. That's the story, which brings us to that world-famous moral. But is that all there is to it? Is that the real takeaway here?
You already know what's coming, don't you? It's been drilled into us since we were kids. Slow and steady wins the race. It's like the ultimate slogan for just sticking with it. And yeah, it seems simple enough, but maybe it's a little too simple. So let's push back on that a little. Is this story really telling us that being slow is a good thing? Or have we been focusing on the wrong character all this time? Let's dig in.
Because if you really look closely, this story isn't a celebration of slowness at all. It's a huge, flashing warning sign about the hare. It's about how he had a guaranteed win in the bag and just completely blew it. This is where it gets really interesting. Look at this breakdown. The hare, he had all the natural talent in the world, but it came with a toxic mix of overconfidence and just plain laziness. The tortoise, though, he brought perseverance, focus, and drive to the race. See, this wasn't really about being fast or slow. It was a battle of character. And you know what? If you go back to the original Greek version of the moral, it's way more direct about this. It never says speed or talent are bad. Not at all. It's a very clear warning that says, hey, all that natural ability you have, it's completely worthless if you just let it go to waste because you're lazy or arrogant. So here's the absolute bottom line. The hare didn't lose to the tortoise. He lost to himself. He lost to his own ego, his own laziness, his own arrogance. Honestly, he beat himself way before the tortoise even got close to that finish line. All right, so if the hare's failure was basically self-sabotage, then what about the tortoise? What was his secret? Well, it turns out his greatest strength was almost like a superpower hiding in plain sight. There's a reason this story has stuck around for so long. The lessons are just so powerful. Lesson 1, talent means nothing without hard work. Lesson 2, consistency is way more powerful than random bursts of intensity. And lesson 3, never ever underestimate your competition. The big takeaway is this. The tortoise doesn't win because being slow is good. He wins because he is consistent. He just doesn't stop. That's the superpower. And the power of that core idea, consistency, is exactly why this story hasn't just survived for thousands of years, it has absolutely thrived.
I mean, just think about the journey this one little story has been on. It starts way back in ancient Greece with Aesop around the 6th century BCE. It sticks around for thousands of years, and then, bam, 1935, Walt Disney makes an animated version that wins an Academy Award. That just cements it into our culture forever. Seriously, how many stories have that kind of staying power? It's incredible.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. This fable, it's not just about some random race between two animals. It's really a mirror. It kind of forces us to ask ourselves a tough question. In your own life, where are you being the hare? Coasting on your natural talent, getting a little too comfortable? And where could you be the tortoise? Where could you apply that superpower of just simple, nonstop consistency to achieve something truly amazing? Now that is the real lesson of the story, and it's definitely something to think about.